Okay, before we start, I'm sure someone will reference the jersey I'm wearing. No, I'm not a Minnesota Timberwolves fan. Okay, this is actually the Minnesota Lynx, so WNBA. You guys, if you saw my recent video on the military blue 4, just we had a discussion about it, okay? The different thoughts I had on the quality and the colorway, because there's so much discourse over what type of blue is used on this specific retro for 2024 versus 2012 and going back to 1989, the originals. So please be sure to check that video out if you haven't. And in terms of review, no, I don't, and I didn't intend to go for this, but we'll talk about I certainly could have done that this month. But if you guys, listen, if you're not already, I'm sure you are, just go watch Wear Testers, okay? You can watch Chris give an amazing breakdown, as he always does, for every retro that he gets in. And there are so many other channels you guys can watch as well. But for myself, all right? So, had my thoughts on the Military Blue 4. I gave 3 very specific reasons in that video on why I would pass. But in a recent video, I also said, hey, there's something we should leave back in 2023. I would love for us to do that, and that's anytime the question is posed, are you going for this? It's either yes with fire emojis or no, and it's all just trash, or it's just the poop emoji. So you have to think that the shoe is just shit, right? No, you don't. Like, you absolutely positively don't. I don't think this is a bad shoe. It's just never been a shoe that's moved me that way. But here's something else I would love to leave behind, and it definitely ties into this video, okay? So if you're broke, just say that. So many people will comment this on any platform if you choose to speak out about, your perception of a shoe in terms of the value that you perceive from the shoe. If it's a GR, collaboration, doesn't matter. If you feel like deep down the value is not there, or you're just tired of the prices increasing, you may make the choice to say, I'm not buying it. I'm just not doing it. And I'm not alone in realizing that the norm of $200, okay, that's like become the base level price for a lot of sneakers now, certainly for retros, and that hasn't always been the case. I've also had people tell me that all retros have always been like $200. They haven't. Like, in the past, sure, when they brought a few OGs back, they were in that $200 price range or above, but just normally it's not what it's been. We've seen these pairs go from 190 up to 200, then 205, then 210, then 215, then 220. Like, we've seen this, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. We've seen this, okay? Google is free. It's available. It's out there. If you've been around in the last few years, you've seen so many people talk about the increase in prices as time has gone on, but it's not as if you're really getting a whole lot more with these pairs, not even extra laces sometimes. So I think it's okay for consumers to have their opinions and to criticize brands. Like, that's okay. That's what this is, right? It's exactly what it is. But if you're broke, just say that. Why is that the assumption when people are just stating that they don't feel like the price matches up to what they're gonna get? Like, why is that what's thrown out? That you just have to be broke to not be able to afford like the $200 sneakers. I know we're in hard times, but a lot of individuals have disposable income at $200 or a little bit more to go ahead and just buy the shoe if they want the shoe. Just because you can, it doesn't mean that you want to, right? And even if you want to, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should in all instances. Now, if you're not new here, then you already know I am still aggressively knocking out these student loans. This is the year that this ish just needs to get out of my life and be gone. And I'm blessed to be in a position where I can do that, where I'm able to take care of my needs, do other things I would like to do during the month, whether that's put money towards travel, time with those that, I care about and love. It could be, nieces and nephews, they're getting ready to go off to school, they're doing different things, right? Always trying to make sure that those you care about, they're good. You want to have funds for that, but then also the things you may want for yourself. I'm not buying a ton of things anymore because I just don't have really, I just can't even justify half the stuff that I used to do back in the day. Like, I'll take a look back maybe at April 2023 and we'll discuss what was happening in that month, okay? But for just in terms of this month, right? Not like I'm able to do the things that I want to do. And it's crazy how much more you can just easily fund things also when you're not just buying sneaker after sneaker after sneaker. All right, but random tangent. So, able to do the things I want to do. I'm blessed to be able to aggressively pay down these student loans. I would love for more people to be in that position. I just know that that's not the case. So, if you can take a step back from your finances and just make, kind of make a plan, just map out a plan of these are my needs and these are my minimum payments and these are the things that I would still like to do within reason because, I really do advocate for being able to still enjoy life, and you can do that while still paying down your debt at a, a faster rate than what you would with just the minimum payments. You can. It may not be as easy for everyone, but you can. So I'm still doing that. Which brought up the, okay, well, if I really wanted to just go ahead and get the Air Jordan 4 retro military blue for 2024, just to have it, like, what could I have done that? Yeah, it has nothing to do with being broke. It just it doesn't. So you guys are gonna see up on the screen here, right? If I chose to go to GOAT at the time that I was filming this, and we have that shoe in a 6.5, I have to go up a half size. Okay, I have to go up a half size. So it'd be 308 when it's all said and done, 345, right? And you see on the screen, because you don't doesn't mean you can't. It just doesn't. And then also, because you can doesn't mean you have to either. It doesn't. And that's something I talked about in the recent video, 6 years on YouTube, and just looking at the different things that I would do differently. And when you are just in this space, but also as a creator, I think there's a little bit more pressure where you feel like, oh, well, I should just go after this, right? It's an OG, or it's a hype collab, or it's a collab of a designer that I really love and I appreciate and I support them. So you just inherently feel like you're supposed to go out and get that. You don't have to. Like, you don't. You just don't, okay? So I can, and I chose not to, because you guys can easily see here from having already paid down more and extra on the one specific loan. It means that when the next month comes up, right, there's nothing that's due on that. Yeah, no, we're going to continue to pay on that. So the minimums that are on the other two, those are taken care of. That's at about 113, and then additional is thrown at the other loan. So it comes to like a total of 490 for the month. And that means I could have more than easily have paid what I needed to pay minimum for that, and also have bought this for resale. Not even for retail, for resale. And it wouldn't have been a problem at all. So I just would love for us to stop with if you're broke, just say that we're not. Just a lot of us would rather spend our money in more advantageous ways to ourselves. And it may be another shoe that speaks to us more. There are going to be other shoes that I care about far more than the military blue for. And I know that will anger some people. That's okay. It is what it is. We're all going to sleep okay at night. If if you don't like me, it's okay. We will all sleep okay at night. But I would just love to leave that behind. Just, we don't need it in 2024. All right, so you guys know I am supporting you in any and every way that you are tackling your financial goals in 2024. Be sure to put in the comment section, one, if you're going for the 4. Listen, I'm wishing you all the best. When this drops, it'll be right before that. We're probably still a few days before that, but I am wishing you the best on that drop. And again, any videos you tune into, I really do appreciate you. If you like what you see and you choose to subscribe, great. If you don't and you just want to hit the like button, that goes a long way. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace. Oh, side note, this may not be a Timberwolves jersey, but my goodness, Anthony Edwards is one of the most just exciting parts of sports right now. Like, yeah, he's unbelievable. He is really unbelievable. I think that, I'm not sure when this is coming out, but I'm pretty sure the Suns are going to get swept first round. So they might as well go ahead and just blow it all up as well, because that man is decimating them.